It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Up next, it's our main event between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's Week 11. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10.
19 tight. Ready? Trap 6. Tap to 60. Tap to 60.
Coming out throwing. Here's Ward. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And the Seahawks have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Alert! Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Rose caught. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
There's no negatives ever on a great sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Milroe throwing on third down. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Caden, I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Harvey now to return it. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, first and 10.
Let's go now.
Running this one left. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
60 by Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats. 19 Lions. Ready.
From the gun, it's Ward. Goes right downfield to Olave. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play good for 17 on a first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Bronco 80. Come 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates. 7
Shotgun snap now to Ward. And He's in trouble and gets brought down again.
Quarterback sack.
And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing third down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
19, 18, 19, touch, Dragon 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Third and long for him here. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Pickup there of 39 yards. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
First and 10 at the
Here
27-yard
we
line.
go. 19, 18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther, Mustang 19.
Ward setting the pass. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
A loss of 7.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
79 Broncos, 60 Bobcats, 60, 19 Lock, Buffalo 18. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Wow, wide open here, complete. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans pull ahead 6-3 in the first. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Going after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Titans take a 4-point lead.
Titans 7, Seahawks 3. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Smith and Jigba going in motion right. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Goes to the hurry up here.
Second and 5.
Dragon 60. 7 scoop.
Pistol now for Milrow. And this one is launched downfield. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Third and short, it's Milrow. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Samuel set to return. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
That's caught. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And that should be Seahawks football.
I think the phrase, Kate, blood in the water, comes to mind in this spot. There was a chance to get aggressive and attack them being backed up close to the end zone. Can't imagine that decision paying off in a better fashion than that.
Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
On the gun, Milroe. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this. Milroe to throw on 4th. Throw caught by his running back. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. 7-3 is our score. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
This one's caught. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Running with Walker again. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the gain. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the turnover into a lead.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Samuel now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Titans to the line now. First and 10.
Let's go now. Come 19. Move it up. 19 Lions.
Here's Ward. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's third down now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ward now on third down. Skips it short of his man. That brings up fourth down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that. Lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Begins his return at the 16. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Ooh, the wide receiver getting it to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Keeps himself upright. DK Metcalf. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt 1 play later. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen, and they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long, extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Samuel now to return it. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
Tennessee to the line. First and 10.
Get up. 79 Broncos. 18.
Ward setting up to throw. He beams one deep right side. He's got it at the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans face a 4-point deficit. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
19, Tiger,
Putting a receiver in motion. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Nissan Stadium coming up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Mustang, Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Dragon 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
To the air, Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Cup 19, Cup 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 50, trap 50. Go.
We'll go play action here. It's Milrow. Porting down the field, and he's got it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
Ready.
Milrow hangs on to it. And he can't finish it off in the end zone, but a great effort out of bounds all the way down at the 5. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Let's go now.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Milrow now to throw. And they get to him again. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
I know one thing from life experience here, Kate. Those big fellas, those linemen, you're going to get a little sour look in this huddle after that sack. When you get that close, inches away from the goal line, these big fellas take so much pride in pounding it in. Instead, well, they go sneak attack to try to throw it, and it blows up in their face.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
They'll leave the offense out there and try 4th and goal from the 4.
19, Mustang 19.
Trying for it with Milrow. On the move, headed right. And they take this in for the score. The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime.
Kate, that is so demoralizing defensively. Defenders in all their lanes, you do just about everything right to stop the 4th down. But that QB's legs, they were the X factor. Big time play.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game.
Titans 14.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Samuel now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
60 average, 70, Hawks 70.
Throwing now on first down. Ward. He rolls to his right. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
79 Broncos. Get it. Bronco 80. Warriors 70. 19 Lions. Go.
Bill Rowe from the gun. By the pylon. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
It's a gain of
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out.
And he takes this one in for a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks will add to their lead at the end of the half. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead.
Titans 14.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Harvey now to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ready.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Let's go now. Dragon, come up, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
First down throw here for Ward. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. 35 on the pickup.
It's a gain of
And the Titans
35.
have a first.
That's good.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Cowboy 80. Big Lion. Ready.
Here's the one back on the handoff. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this first and 10. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain. Offense to the line fast.
37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Off the play fake, Milrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
That one is complete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The intended target there was Torrey Horton. So that brings up 4th and long. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Come on.
Blown back gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 11, 18, Rattler, 8, go.
Ward now. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd down. Seahawks with 6 defensive backs out there.
19 tight. Buffalo 18, 19, 7 Pirates, 7.
Here he is on 3rd and short. It's complete. This is Olave. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Working quickly here.
15 yards. And the Titans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked?
On the double.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Ready. Cowboy, 65, 79 Broncos. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Here's Milroe to throw. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Trying to get it with the option here. And they'll pitch it out to him. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains. You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
The Titans in the nickel for 3rd down.
Get it. Jeff Bronco 80. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Mavs. Go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
My life experience has taught me these kickers are a lot like golfers. They know how to keep score. They know when they've hit their best shots. They know when they've hit their career longs, and he just got it done.
Harvey now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tennessee to the line. First and 10. Ward off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
18, Pioneer.
From the gun, it's Ward. Connects on the crosser. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
60, Dragon 60. 60 Bison, Panther 11, Panther 11, 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
That's good for the Titans. First down.
18,
First and 10 here. Ward. Buys time, rolling right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
Second and 11 at the 45-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Shut up. 7, 8.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
Ready up.
So after the sack, here comes 2nd and 11.
Ready, ready. Trap 60, trap, cut. Hawk 70, Hawk 7, 19 tight, 19.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Hits his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
40-yard line.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Ward. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Into the hands of Okonkwo. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
13 yards. Leads to 3rd down and 5.
Go! 60 Bobcat, 60, 18, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hurry, go!
Here's Ward. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance.
Here we go, set. Dragon 60. Ready.
Desperation time here. Flushed out of the pocket. Making the call himself. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out is going to carry on. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Ward. And that is a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
70 Lions, 7 Pirates, 18 Pioneers.
Pistol now for Milrow. He's going deep. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. He's trying to go deep again. It's incomplete, but good awareness. They saw him jump, shot it deep. Now we're going to get this call. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. After a man jumps, they come up 2nd and 5 to go.
Let's go now.
Shotgun now for Milrow. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Bronco 80.
3rd and short, it's Milrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
That's good for a Seahawks.
From the gun, Milrow. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Elijah Arroyo, the target on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Danny Stutzman on the coverage.
Here we go, here we go.
It's Walker on the option. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Milrow throwing on 3rd down. And he put everything he's got behind it. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead.
24.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Harvey now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Here we go, strike. Viking, trap 60, Dragon 60. Go.
Ward setting up to throw. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
18 Rattler. Panther 60, Panther 60.
2nd and 10. Here's Ward to throw. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
It's a double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
Completed to his running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 15 yards. Brings up 4th
19,
down.
5, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 19 Lions. Let's go.
Desperation time here on 4th. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Red. Hawk 70, Hawk.
Walker on 1st down. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Seahawks close to picking up their 5th win. They'll run now on 2nd down. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
3rd and long for him here. Has it downfield near the boundary. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Walker off his own read. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. They've got to keep moving quick here. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Into the hands of Fortin, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Titans sending out some nickel coverage here. 3rd down.
60. Ready. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18 Rattler.
Milrow from the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks put up even more points in a win. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
24.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Harvey now to return it. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
Well, at this point, they're going to take points any way they can get them, and that includes on special teams. He's had a ton of kicks sent his way, a bunch of returns today, and he nearly made him pay with that one.
1st down throw here for Ward. Will finds his back. Harvey. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
It's a gain of 14
Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for a Titans 1st down.
60 average.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ward. Chased out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Warriors 70. Let's go.
2nd and 10 now. Ward. Looking for someone. The pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
Just an incredible, incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Trap 60, Cup 19, Cup 60 Bobcats, 70 Rangers, 18.
On 3rd and long, it's Ward. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Got DK, complete. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal.
Ready.
From the red zone now. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Hey. Cougar 19, 79 Broncos. Let's go.
Again, Ward going to the air. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Hey, in this situation, why not? I'll just go ahead and go for 2 here.
Here we go. Passer left, 80 Cardinal.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Has it at the 1. And he's in. The 2-point try cuts this lead to 16. That makes this a 2-score game. Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I could still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, it was a valuable 2 points.
And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. All right, one more snap to play here.
Let's go now. 69, Panthers 60, Panthers, Warriors 70.
Running back motion's right. They're going to pass it here. Taking a shot deep here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Kevin Winston with the INT. And the Titans make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So the Seahawks take this one on the road.